Hello and welcome, my dear friend. You've come so far on your journey. You're not just surviving, but thriving through every challenge you've faced. And now, as you move forward on your unique path, there are things that may quietly hold you back, without you even realizing it. Letting go of these patterns and beliefs is key to unlocking your true potential and reaching your amazing destiny. In this video, we'll dive into the changes you can make to align more deeply with your higher self and live a more fulfilling, authentic life. Let's dive in. Overcoming the pressure to please others. One of the most transformative shifts that occur during a spiritual awakening is realizing that we've been living much of our lives seeking validation from others. Think about how many decisions you've made because you were worried about what other people would think, whether it's something as small as the clothes you wear or as big as the career path you chose. We live in a world where social media likes, comments, and followers have become modern-day approval metrics, subtly, or not so subtly, dictating our sense of self-worth. As you deepen in your spiritual journey, you begin to understand something crucial. The only validation that truly matters is the one that comes from within. This realization can feel liberating, almost like a weight being lifted off your shoulders. You start to see that people's opinions of you are more a reflection of their inner world than an accurate measure of who you are. Whether they like you or not, it has little to do with your intrinsic worth. What's interesting is that when you stop seeking external validation, it doesn't mean you become indifferent to others. Instead, you find a deeper connection with people, not based on needing their approval, but on genuine respect and shared experiences. You'll notice how your relationships transform. They become more authentic and less performative. The pressure to be liked, to fit in, to be accepted by everyone fades away, leaving room for you to fully express who you are without any pretense. Take, for example, your job. Maybe you once worked to impress your boss or colleagues, going above and beyond to meet others' expectations. After your spiritual awakening, you may find yourself working differently, not less, but more in alignment with your own values and sense of purpose. You start to ask yourself questions like, am I doing this because it's what I genuinely want, or because I want praise or approval? Over time, you'll begin to quit the constant striving for external approval and settle into the peaceful realization that you are enough just as you are. Detaching from material possessions. The second significant shift that happens during spiritual growth is a rethinking of your relationship with material possessions. Society teaches us that success is often measured by how much we accumulate, be it money, houses, clothes, or gadgets. But as your spiritual journey unfolds, you start to see the temporary nature of these things. They might bring fleeting moments of joy, but they rarely, if ever, lead to lasting fulfillment. It's not that material things are bad or wrong. After all, we live in a physical world where these things play a role. However, what changes is your attachment to them. Instead of letting your worth be defined by what you own, you begin to focus more on who you are. There's a growing recognition that true abundance comes from within, from the richness of your inner world, the quality of your relationships, and the depth of your connection to yourself and others. For example, you might start noticing that the thrill of buying a new gadget or outfit wears off quicker than it used to. Or maybe you find yourself decluttering your home, getting rid of items that no longer serve a purpose in your life. This isn't just about physical decluttering, it's also emotional and mental. You're making space for what truly nourishes your soul. Interestingly, as you let go of the need for constant material acquisition, you may find that you still experience abundance, but in a different form. You begin to appreciate the simple pleasures of life, a conversation with a friend, a walk in nature, the joy of a quiet moment to yourself. You become rich in experiences, in peace, and in fulfillment. Material things no longer define you. They become just one part of your life, not the whole of it. Releasing the need for control. Another profound change that takes place during a spiritual awakening is the gradual release of the need for control. In the early stages of life, we are often conditioned to believe that if we can just control everything, our relationships, our career, our future, we'll be happy. We plan meticulously, we set goals, and we try to make everything fit into our idea of how life should be. But as you start to awaken, you realize something important. Control is, in many ways, an illusion. Now, this doesn't mean you become passive or just let life happen to you. On the contrary, what happens is that you begin to trust the flow of life more. You understand that while you can set intentions and take inspired action, there are some things that are simply out of your hands. This can be a challenging realization, especially for those of us who like to have everything just so. But with time, you come to see that letting go of control doesn't mean chaos. It means trusting in something bigger than yourself. For example, think about how often you've tried to control the outcome of a situation, only to find that things didn't go the way you planned. Maybe you were disappointed or frustrated because you were so attached to a specific result. But what if, instead of clinging to that outcome, you trusted that whatever happens is ultimately for your highest good? When you shift your perspective like this, you open yourself up to new possibilities, often ones that are even better than what you had originally imagined. This shift also applies to your relationships. Instead of trying to control how others behave or how they perceive you, you start to accept them as they are. You realize that you can't change other people, and in releasing that need for control, your relationships become more authentic and less strained. Ultimately, letting go of control brings a deep sense of peace. You start to live more in the present moment, appreciating what is, rather than constantly worrying about what might be. You learn to trust that life has a way of working out, even if it doesn't follow the plan you had in mind. Ending toxic relationships. As you continue on your spiritual path, you'll find yourself becoming more sensitive to the energy around you. This heightened awareness often leads to a re-evaluation of the relationships in your life. You start to notice which connections uplift you and which ones drain you. You become more attuned to how certain people make you feel, whether they support your growth or keep you stuck in old patterns. Toxic relationships can take many forms. They can be friendships, romantic partnerships, or even family ties. These relationships are often characterized by a lack of balance, where one person takes more than they give, or where negativity, criticism, and judgment are the norms. As you grow spiritually, it becomes harder to tolerate these kinds of connections because they no longer resonate with your evolving sense of self. This isn't to say that you immediately cut off everyone who doesn't align with your new perspective. Instead, it's more of a gradual process. You might find yourself spending less time with certain people or setting healthier boundaries. Sometimes these changes happen naturally. Your priorities shift, and the relationships that no longer serve you simply fall away. It's important to remember that letting go of toxic relationships isn't about judging or blaming others. It's about honoring your own growth and well-being. You deserve to be surrounded by people who support and encourage you, who see and appreciate the person you are becoming. And as you make space for healthier connections, you'll find that the quality of your relationships improves dramatically. In place of toxic relationships, you'll start attracting people who resonate with your true self, people who inspire, challenge, and uplift you. These relationships feel more balanced, more aligned with your values, and more nourishing to your soul. Surrounding yourself with like-minded souls not only accelerates your spiritual growth, but also brings a deep sense of fulfillment and belonging. So, as you move through your spiritual awakening, you'll find that these 4 shifts are just the beginning of a much deeper transformation. Each step you take brings you closer to your true self, your purpose, and a life that feels more aligned with your soul. The journey isn't always easy, and there will be moments of doubt and discomfort. But remember, every time you let go of something that no longer serves you, you're making space for something greater. Trust in your path, honor your growth, and know that you are exactly where you need to be. Thank you for joining me in today's video. If you found these insights helpful, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what shifts you've experienced on your spiritual journey. And to continue your path to greatness, watch one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there. Hello and welcome, my beautiful friend. You know, life has this incredible way of leading us exactly where we need to be, even when we're not actively looking. And what's truly remarkable is that you've landed here, right now, at this very moment, because you've been seeking a sign. And guess what? You found it. Somehow, amidst all the noise of everyday life, this message has found its way to you. Let me tell you, this is no accident. Whether you've been praying for guidance, searching for reassurance, or simply seeking a clear message, I believe this is for you. So, if you felt lost, disconnected, or just in need of some clarity, please stay with me. We're going to dive deep into a message that your spirit guides have been trying to send your way. By the end of this, you'll feel a renewed sense of peace, purpose, and direction. Trust yourself. The universe is guiding you. Right now, you're being called to trust yourself more than ever before, to surrender to the natural flow of life and recognize the unbreakable connection you have with the universe. Even when you don't feel it, you're always guided, always protected, and always watched over. Every time you've faced uncertainty, confusion, or wondered what your next step should be, you've made it through. Every single time. Take a moment to think back on those moments when you felt lost or unsure. Yet somehow, some way, you always found your way out of those situations. These were not mere coincidences. They were proof of the powerful connection you have with the divine forces that surround you. Here's what I want you to understand right now. This is your season of surrender. You're being asked to release the need to control everything. And I know that it's not easy, especially when we're so used to trying to steer our lives in a particular direction and plan every detail meticulously. But the truth is, the universe has a grander plan for you. You're destined to achieve something far bigger than what you can even comprehend at this moment. You were born for greatness. Whoever you are, and wherever you are watching from, you are not ordinary. You never were. Since childhood, you probably sensed that you were different, that there was something unique about you. The adults around you may have noticed it too. That energy of greatness has been with you since the beginning, and let me tell you, it doesn't fade, it only grows stronger. You've likely encountered people who projected their own fears, doubts, and limitations onto you. They've questioned your dreams because they were too big, too bold, or too beyond what they could imagine. You may have even felt hesitant at times to share your vision because it seemed too outlandish to others. But here's the truth. Your dreams were given to you for a reason. You were born to achieve them. You are meant for something grand, something transformative, You are here to uplift others, inspire change for the collective in ways that only you can. This is why it's so important for you to trust yourself more than anyone else. The people around you may not understand your journey, and that's okay. They're not supposed to. Your path is unique, and the opinions of others are simply background noise. You are here to create magic in the world. Do you realize that? When people enter your energy, they experience something extraordinary. It's as though they get to see the world through your eyes, eyes that see the beauty, the synchronicities, and the magic in everyday life. When you walk into a room, you bring light with you. People are drawn to your energy because, through you, they get to feel joy, alignment, and a glimpse of the divine. The power of solitude. I want to share something that's crucial for your journey. The path you're walking? It won't always be easy. In fact, there will be moments when it feels deeply isolating. Many of you have likely felt this isolation already, and it's because when you're chosen for a grand mission, not everyone will be able to walk beside you. But I want you to know that there is immense beauty in this solitude. There is profound power in the stillness. You're being called to step away from the need for external validation, to stop seeking out others' opinions about your next move. Instead, the universe is guiding you to sit with yourself and trust your own inner voice. This can be challenging because we are often our harshest critics, but deep down, you already know what you need to do. If you've been feeling unsure about your next steps, take comfort in knowing that the answers are already within you. You just have to be willing to dig a little deeper. Sometimes the desires of our hearts are buried beneath layers of fear, doubt, and distractions. But they are still there. Now is the time to do the uncomfortable work of uncovering those desires. Your dreams are rooting. As you do this inner work, remember that your dreams are taking root, even if you can't see the results just yet. The seeds you've planted are growing, and while they may not have fully sprouted above the surface, trust that the roots are expanding and strengthening. Like a tree, it's the roots that first take hold, spreading wide and deep to support the growth that's soon to come. Right now, you are laying the foundation for something so solid and unshakable that nothing can tear it down. This is why it's so important to trust the process. Even during the times that feel stagnant, understand that you are still growing. These moments are laying the groundwork for something magnificent that is about to unfold in your life. Release the illusion of control. Many of us have struggled with the need to control everything. We have a specific vision in our minds of how our lives should unfold, and when things don't go according to that vision, we feel frustrated, confused, or even ashamed. But here's the truth. The universe operates on a higher level of awareness than we can comprehend, and it often has something even greater in store for us than what we've imagined. Instead of trying to control every detail of how your desires will come to pass, allow yourself to remain open to whatever the universe sends your way. When you set an intention, trust that you'll receive it, or something even better. Holding too tightly to a specific outcome can limit the abundance that the universe wants to bring into your life. So, my friend, I encourage you to release the illusion of control. Trust that the universe is working in your favor and that every challenge, every delay, and every detour is part of a grander design. Surrender to this divine plan and know that you are always on the right path, even when it doesn't feel like it. Embrace the unknown. I keep hearing this word, surrender. And with it comes another message. Embrace the unknown. We are so conditioned to fear what we cannot see, to dread what we cannot predict. But the unknown is not something to be feared. It's where the magic happens. Think about it. If we knew every detail of how our lives would unfold, where would the excitement be? Where would the opportunity for miracles, for serendipity, for divine intervention lie? The unknown is where we are stretched, where we grow, and where we allow the universe to work its wonders in our lives. You're being guided to trust in the unknown, to release the fear of uncertainty, and to embrace it with open arms. This doesn't mean that challenges won't come your way. In fact, challenges are part of the process. They are here to help you shed old patterns, old beliefs, and old fears that no longer serve you. Let go of resistance. When we resist change, we create tension within ourselves. We hold on to old stories, old limitations, and old fears because they feel familiar, even when they no longer serve us. But the time for resistance has passed. You are being called to let go of all that no longer aligns with your highest self. This period of your life is about expansion. It's about stepping into the fullness of who you are without fear or hesitation. The challenges you are facing right now are not here to break you. They are here to shape you into the person you are meant to become. Surrender to the process. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to surrender to the process. This journey you are on is not linear. It will have ups and downs, moments of clarity and moments of doubt. But through it all, you are growing. You are evolving. You are becoming the person you are destined to be. This is your time to trust, to let go, and to fully surrender to the process. The universe is guiding you every step of the way. You are divinely protected, guided, and loved. Never doubt your power, and never doubt the dreams that have been placed in your heart. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, and I'd love for you to share it with someone who needs to hear it. To continue your amazing journey, watch one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there. Hello and welcome, my dear friend. You may have realized that everything around you is shifting beneath the surface in these last few days, like a quiet but powerful force pushing you toward change. You're not imagining it. It's a real thing, especially as we get closer to the full moon on September 17th. This is not your typical lunar phase. This event carries a potent energy that has the potential to impact your emotions, thoughts, and even the lens through which you view the world. It's more than just an astrological moment. It's an opportunity for growth and renewal. Curious about how you can tap into this energy for your own benefit? Stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll understand how to use this cosmic alignment to spark personal transformation. The significance of the September full moon. The full moon on September 17th, also known as the corn moon, holds immense spiritual and emotional significance. Unlike any regular full moon, this celestial event is a time when the moon's energy peaks, creating a heightened moment for reflection and the release of old, limiting patterns. It's an ideal time to let go of the baggage weighing you down and to embrace the new chapter waiting for you. Think of the corn moon as a cosmic mirror, illuminating your inner world. Often, we get stuck in the same patterns and routines, not because we want to, but because we fail to address the areas of life that need change. This full moon invites you to stop, reassess, and ask yourself, what's holding me back? Whether it's a stagnant relationship, a toxic habit, or an outdated mindset, now is the time to confront those roadblocks. The corn moon's radiant light acts as a spotlight on areas in your life that require attention. You might feel a surge of emotion, or perhaps experience heightened sensitivity, but don't be alarmed. This is God's way of using creation to guide you toward growth and transformation. While full moons are often linked with emotional intensity, they also symbolize new beginnings. Under this celestial glow, you have the chance to hit the reset button, aligning yourself with your highest potential. Harnessing the moon's energy for growth. Understanding the energy of this full moon is one thing. Knowing how to use it is another. The corn moon doesn't just gift you with transformation, it requires your active participation. Imagine being given the tools to build a house. The full moon is the toolkit, but you're the builder. If you want to see change, you have to get to work. The first step to harnessing the energy of the corn moon is introspection. Reflect on your life, especially the parts that feel out of balance. Have you been devoting too much time to work and not enough to self-care? Maybe there's a tough conversation you've been avoiding, or perhaps you've been suppressing a dream because fear or doubt is holding you back. Use this full moon as your moment to focus on what's been out of sync and take the steps needed to restore harmony. For instance, if you've been feeling drained or uninspired by your daily routine, this is the perfect time to make small but impactful changes. You could prioritize setting boundaries or even incorporate a morning meditation practice to center yourself before the day begins. The moon's energy will amplify your clarity, allowing you to identify the areas that are holding you back and empowering you to break free from stagnation. The emotional impact of the full moon. Have you ever noticed how emotions seem to run high during a full moon? You may feel more irritable, or old memories might resurface unexpectedly. This is not a coincidence. The moon's gravitational pull doesn't just affect the ocean tides, it also influences your emotional tides. During the corn moon, expect emotions to bubble up. Maybe you'll feel a deep sense of nostalgia or frustration with situations that no longer serve you. While this can be uncomfortable, it's actually a powerful opportunity for emotional healing. The key is not to resist these emotions, but to lean into them. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to teach me? If you find yourself thinking about past relationships or unresolved situations, it's not an accident. This could be the moon's way of urging you to seek closure or come to terms with your past. Maybe it's time to forgive yourself for a mistake or recognize that you've grown beyond that old version of yourself. The emotional energy stirred by the corn moon is your gateway to deeper healing. Alongside this emotional release, the full moon also heightens your intuition. You might notice that your gut instincts are sharper, or your dreams are more vivid and symbolic. Trust these insights. If a certain decision has been weighing on you, use this moment to follow your intuition. The heightened emotional and spiritual energy makes it easier for you to connect with your inner wisdom. Using rituals to amplify the moon's power. Full moon rituals have been practiced for centuries. They help you ground and channel the moon's energy into tangible action. And don't worry, these rituals don't need to be complicated to be effective. In fact, the simplest ones are often the most powerful. One common practice is the release ritual. Write down on a piece of paper everything you want to let go of, whether it's negative emotions, limiting beliefs, or toxic relationships. Once you've written it down, burn the paper as a symbolic way of releasing those burdens. Watching the paper turn to ash can be a powerful visualization of letting go, making space for new growth. Meditation is another excellent way to harness the full moon's energy. You don't need to spend hours meditating. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing can have a profound effect. While meditating, visualize the moon's light surrounding you. cleansing away negativity and filling you with clarity. This practice not only connects you to the lunar energy, but also helps center your thoughts and emotions. Journaling is also a powerful way to tune into the moon's energy. Take this time to reflect on the past month. What have you learned? What are your intentions for the coming weeks? By setting aside time to write down your thoughts and goals, you create a roadmap for your personal growth. Journaling during the full moon allows you to tap into the heightened energy, making your intentions even more potent. Now is the time to act if there's been something you've been avoiding. A tough conversation, a career move, or even a personal goal. Act on them now. The universe is aligning to support your growth, but you must be willing to take that first step. Tapping into the full moon's abundance. The energy of this full moon also carries the vibration of abundance. This isn't just about material wealth, but abundance in all forms: love, creativity, and opportunities. During this time, take a moment to reflect on where abundance already exists in your life and how you can invite more of it in. Gratitude is a powerful tool for manifesting abundance. By focusing on what you already have, you create an energetic alignment that draws more blessings into your life. Use the light of the full moon to amplify your gratitude practice. Whether it's through journaling or simply meditating on what you're thankful for, the corn moon will magnify the energy you put out into the universe. This full moon also invites you to think about your creative potential. Are there ideas or projects you've been neglecting? Now is the time to bring them to life. The moon's energy supports creation and innovation, making this the perfect time to start that new project, whether it's creative, professional, or personal. The key to tapping into abundance is recognizing that it's already within you. The full moon is simply a catalyst, illuminating what's possible and helping you align with the vibration of prosperity and growth. The gift of clarity. One of the most profound gifts of the full moon is the clarity it brings. If you've been feeling confused or uncertain about your path, the light of the moon can help illuminate the answers you've been seeking. The corn moon shines a light not only on what you need to release, but also on the direction you should move toward. Take this opportunity to meditate on your goals and intentions. Allow the moon's energy to bring clarity to your vision. If there are areas in your life where you've been feeling stuck, trust that this full moon will guide you toward solutions. Sometimes, clarity doesn't come in the form of a sudden epiphany, but through small, intuitive nudges. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that appear around this time. They are guiding you toward your next steps. So, embrace the emotional, spiritual, and creative shifts that come with this full moon, and trust that whatever you let go of during this time will create space for something far greater. Whether you're looking for clarity, abundance, or emotional healing, the corn moon has the energy you need to make those transformations a reality. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. And to continue your magnificent journey, watch one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there. Hello and welcome, beautiful soul. You know, most people go through life without fully understanding the spiritual energy surrounding them. But you, my friend, have been chosen to experience something truly extraordinary. Have you noticed that you're waking up consistently between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.? If you're here, you're meant to be here. And trust me, it's no coincidence. You are part of a spiritual awakening that is far greater than you may realize. In this video, we'll explore why you wake up during this unique time, known as the hour of divine visitation, and I'll guide you through the 3 crucial practices you must follow each time it happens. These moments are a gift and a calling to realign with God's plan and step into your purpose as a chosen one. Stay with me. You won't want to miss the insights that could transform your spiritual journey and help you harness the power that exists within these sacred hours. Why you are waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. Now, before we dive into the 3 things you should do when waking up during these hours, let's talk about why this happens. You're not waking up randomly because you're restless. This is something far more profound. You're waking up during these hours because you are chosen. Yes, you heard me right. You are chosen. This isn't just a natural occurrence. It's a supernatural event orchestrated for a purpose. Your spirit is more attuned to God's timing than you may think. In spiritual circles, the time between 3 and 5 a.m. is often referred to as the last watch of the night, also called the hour of divine visitation. This is a time of deep spiritual encounters, where revelations, dreams, and visitations from God can occur. It is believed that even Jacob wrestled with the angel of the Lord during these hours, and his life and the lives of generations after him were changed because of that single encounter. Genesis chapter 32, verses 24 to 26. The hour between 3 and 5 a.m. is also the darkest part of the night. It is during this time that both divine blessings and spiritual battles are at their peak. The enemy operates under the cover of darkness, often releasing forces meant to derail the chosen. But here's the key. The chosen ones are called during these hours to stand guard, to pray, and to intercede. Not only for themselves, but for their families, loved ones, and even for future generations. So why are you waking up? Because your spirit is attuned to this calling. It knows that there's work to be done. You, my friend, are waking up because you are on duty. You are a spiritual gatekeeper, a watchman. The role of a watchman. As a watchman, your role is not to be taken lightly. The Bible tells us in Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 6, that if a watchman sees danger but does not sound the alarm, the responsibility falls on them. God holds watchmen accountable for the spiritual well-being of those they are entrusted to protect. This means that your actions during this sacred time matter more than you might think. What you do between 3 and 5 a.m. could affect not only your spiritual life, but also the lives of those connected to you. As a chosen one, God has assigned you with the task of watching over others, protecting them from spiritual harm, and helping them walk in the light of His truth. If this resonates with you, let me now take you through the 3 things you must do when you wake up during these hours. These practices will not only strengthen your spiritual connection, but will also equip you to carry out the divine assignment that has been placed on your life. 1. Remember your last dream. The first thing you should do when you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. is to remember your last dream. Why? Because God often speaks to us through dreams. According to Job chapter 33, verses 14 to 16, God speaks in visions of the night and seals instructions into our spirits while we sleep. Dreams are a powerful way that God communicates with us. When you wake up during this watch, you've likely been given divine instructions for the day ahead, or perhaps even for the weeks, months, or years to come. Ignoring your dreams could mean ignoring the very guidance God is giving you. Now, I know some of you might say, "But I don't understand my dreams," or "I can't remember them clearly." That's okay. Not all dreams are meant to be obvious. Some are symbolic and require spiritual interpretation. This is why it's important to study and understand the meaning behind dreams, especially when they involve recurring symbols like animals, colors, or numbers. Take time to reflect on your dreams and ask God for clarity. Trust that He will reveal what you need to know. When you wake up, try to recall what your last dream was. Meditate on it, pray over it, and ask God to reveal its meaning. Your dream could hold the key to what you should be praying for in the coming hours. If you fail to recognize the importance of your dream, you might end up praying for the wrong things. You could be praying for your finances when God is trying to warn you about an attack on your health. Or you could be praying for a relationship when what's really under attack is your spiritual life. So, always seek to understand the dream first before jumping into prayer. 2. Meditate. The second thing you should do when waking up during this sacred time is to meditate. If you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. and can't remember your dream, don't worry. There is still something powerful you can do. Take a moment to meditate. Don't force yourself back to sleep. You were chosen to be awake during this time for a reason. Your spirit is more active during these hours, and it's an opportunity for you to connect with God in a deeper way. When we talk about meditation, many people misunderstand it as a passive act. But true meditation is about pondering, reflecting, and allowing your spirit to retrieve divine information that has been placed inside of you. You see, God often places insights and revelations into our spirits ahead of time, sometimes weeks, months, or even years in advance. As you meditate, your spirit retrieves these insights and brings them to your conscious mind. You may start to sense things, hear things, or perceive things that no one told you about. It's called inward knowledge, and it comes from being connected to the divine. The Apostle Paul spoke about this when he said in Acts chapter 27, verse 10, "I perceive that this voyage will end in disaster." Paul didn't have a dream, nor did an angel appear to him. He simply perceived it in his spirit, and this perception saved lives. Every chosen one has this ability, the intuition to know things before they happen without anyone having to tell them. This is the power of spiritual meditation. 3. Pray with purpose. Finally, the third and most critical thing to do when you wake up during these hours is to pray with purpose. You've remembered your dream. You've meditated on the spiritual insights God has given you, and now it's time to pray. But here's the key. You must pray with intention and purpose. Many people fall into the trap of praying aimlessly, without understanding what they're praying for. This leads to frustration and a sense of disconnection from God. However, when you pray after receiving guidance from your dream or meditating on what your spirit has revealed, you are praying from a place of victory. You are not shooting in the dark, hoping your prayers will land on the right issue. Instead, you are directly addressing the areas where God has shown you there is a need. Your prayers during this time are incredibly powerful. They can break strongholds, protect your family, and even alter the course of events in your life. As a watchman, you are not just praying for yourself. You are standing in the gap for others, for your community, and even for future generations. Your prayers can shape destinies. So, when you wake up, don't just pray out of routine. Pray with purpose. Ask God what He wants you to focus on, and trust that He will guide your prayers in the right direction. So, if you've been waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., I want you to remember this. You are chosen. This is not a coincidence, and it's certainly not something to ignore. These hours are sacred. They are a gift from God, a calling to connect with Him, to receive divine revelation, and to fulfill your role as a watchman. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And to continue your amazing journey, watch one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there. Hello and welcome, my dear friend. If you're watching this video right now, it is not a coincidence. This message has found you because it was meant for you. You are the one, the generational curse breaker, the chosen one who is going to set your family on a new path. You've felt it, haven't you? That sense of not fitting in, of being different. That's because you are meant to trailblaze, to break through barriers that have held your family and even your community back for generations. You are chosen for a greater purpose. I want you to know this truth right here and right now. You are chosen. In fact, I want you to say it out loud and write it in the comments. I am chosen. I am chosen. Let that affirmation sink deep into your spirit, because you need to understand the magnitude of who you are. You are God's special possession, and He has set you apart for a divine purpose. The Bible says in 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9, "You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession." When you think of something precious, something that holds deep sentimental value, like a family heirloom, a piece of jewelry handed down through generations, or a special gift from a loved one, you protect it, don't you? You place it in a safe space, away from harm. That's exactly how God sees you. You are more valuable to Him than anything you can imagine. God doesn't want just anyone in your life. He doesn't want just anyone having access to your energy, your heart, or your spirit. This is why certain doors didn't open, why some relationships fell apart, why some opportunities didn't pan out. It wasn't because you failed, but because God was protecting you. Why you don't fit in? You might have asked yourself, why don't I fit in? Why didn't that job work out? Why did that relationship fall apart? The answer is simple. You are chosen. You've been set apart for something greater, and those closed doors are part of God's divine protection. I want to encourage you today. If this video has found you, it is a sign that God has something monumental planned for your life. You've been praying for answers, for a breakthrough, for a sign, and here it is. God works in mysterious ways, and often His answers come in unexpected forms, just like this video showing up on your feed. So take this as your sign. Your breakthrough is coming. It may not have come in the way you expected, but it's on its way. The burden of being chosen. Being chosen doesn't always feel fair. Let's be real about it. You've had to walk a path that others haven't. You've faced challenges, disappointments, and setbacks that sometimes make you wonder, why me, Lord? Why do I have to carry this burden? But God knows the conversations you didn't hear, the plans that were made behind your back. Just like how your grandma would say, "If I could have been a fly on that wall." God heard the plans, the gossip, the deceit. And because He heard those conversations, He blocked some things that you thought you wanted. He protected you in ways you may not understand right now, but in time, it will all make sense. And let me tell you, when you walk this journey of being chosen, it's not always easy. The generational curses you're breaking, they've been embedded in your family for years, even centuries. But God chose you, the strongest of the strong, to break those chains. It's not fair, but it's necessary, and you are equipped for this task. You have the Daniel anointing. I want to share something powerful with you today. You carry the Daniel anointing. Just like Daniel in the Bible, who was chosen and favored by God, you are also walking in divine favor. Daniel had insight, dreams, and visions that set him apart, and because of this, the king favored him over others. The same is true for you. You've got favor that people can't understand. You'll find that people are drawn to you. They'll want to help you, and doors will open that you didn't even knock on. This is the Daniel anointing at work in your life. You will be preferred over others, not because of your qualifications, but because of the favor of God that rests on you. People are going to wonder why you got the promotion, why you received the blessing, why you're being chosen for opportunities that others may have worked for but didn't receive. But let me tell you, it's not about fairness. Favor isn't fair. It wasn't fair when you were going through tough times, but God saw your sacrifice, your obedience, and your willingness to keep pushing forward. Stay close to God. In this season, God is calling you to stay close to Him. He's going to reveal secrets to you, dreams, visions, and revelations that will give you insight that others won't have. This is why it's crucial for you to spend time with God every day. Dedicate time to Him, whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply being still in His presence. He's going to drop information into your spirit that will guide you and help you navigate this journey of being chosen. The world may be confused about what's happening, but you'll have the insight because you're connected to the source. And when you're connected to God, you're connected to divine wisdom, divine power, and divine favor. This is how your gifts will make room for you, just like Daniel's did. Blessings that don't make sense. I want to declare this over your life. God is about to shower you with blessings that don't even make sense. People will be scratching their heads, trying to figure out how you got where you are, how you've received what you have. But it won't make sense to them because it's divine favor at work. Let's be real. There were times when you didn't have enough, when you had to struggle, maybe even lived off welfare or Section 8, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. But look at you now. The blessings that are coming your way won't add up in the natural, and that's because they're supernatural. Favor isn't fair, but it's real. And you're about to walk in a season of supernatural blessings and breakthroughs. You were chosen long ago. This video is a reminder that you were chosen a long time ago. God selected you for this journey before you were even born. Everything you've been through, every setback, every disappointment, it was all preparing you for this moment. This is your time to walk fully in your purpose, to break those generational curses, and to lead your family into a new era of blessings and favor. God is with you, my friend. He's been with you every step of the way, even when it didn't feel like it. And now, He's reminding you through this message that you are not alone. The anointing of Daniel is falling upon you right now, and people will seek you out. They'll favor you, and you'll receive things you weren't even qualified for. That's the power of God at work in your life. The favor comes with opposition. But let me warn you, with favor comes opposition. Just like Daniel had enemies who were jealous of his favor, you'll face jealousy and opposition too. People may talk behind your back, try to bring you down, or question why you're being blessed. But know this, if God is for you, who can be against you? They're not coming against you, they're coming against God. And no one can stand against God. You've got to stay strong in your faith, knowing that the favor of God is bigger than any opposition you'll face. People may hate, but they can't stop what God is doing in your life. You've been through the trenches, and now it's time for you to walk in victory. You are the one. So as I close this message, I want you to remember, you are the one. You've been chosen for this. You're walking in divine favor, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Keep walking in your purpose. Keep seeking God and keep pushing forward. This is your time, your moment, and your season of breakthrough. I decree and declare over your life that the favor of God is opening doors that no man can shut. Opportunities, blessings, and breakthroughs are coming your way, and nothing can stop them. You've got the Daniel anointing on your life, and it's time to walk in it with confidence and boldness. Thank you for joining me today, my dear friend. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And to continue your amazing journey, watch one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there. Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Your intention to break free from routine and create something magnificent in your life has brought you here. Right now, in this very moment, you are standing at the edge of a major shift, a turning point that has been quietly building in the background, whether you were aware of it or not. You've been unknowingly preparing for this pivotal transition, and now the universe is showing you the signs. You've been on this healing journey for what feels like forever, haven't you? But today, something feels different. There's a profound significance in this moment, urging you to pay attention. Let's uncover together why this particular time holds so much weight for you, and why everything in your life is aligning in ways you never expected. The long healing journey. You've been on this journey for what feels like a lifetime. The path of self-discovery and healing is not a short one, and you've come to know this all too well. Along the way, you've peeled back the layers of your being, each one revealing something deeper, something raw and real. You've done the hard work of digging into the core of who you are, unlearning beliefs, habits, and perspectives that were never yours to begin with. These beliefs weren't born from your soul. They were instilled in you by society, by family, by the circumstances that life threw at you. Each challenge, every hardship you've faced, has contributed to the way you see the world today. But the beautiful thing is, you're rewriting that narrative. You're no longer the product of the limitations imposed upon you. In fact, what you're doing is nothing short of extraordinary. You're dismantling the very foundation on which your old life was built. A foundation rooted in trauma, fear, scarcity, and survival. Like clay in the hands of the potter, as spoken in Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 6, you are being carefully molded and shaped with every step you take on this journey. Every day, you're diligently working to refine and sculpt the person you are becoming. You've been chiseling away at the parts of yourself that were formed in pain and limitation. And it hasn't been easy, but you've kept going, shedding what no longer fits, making room for the new, empowered version of you that's emerging. The crossroads of old and new timelines. You stand at a crossroads right now. On one side, you have your old self, comfortably familiar, steeped in the habits and beliefs of your past. On the other, you have your future self, a version of you that is filled with untapped potential, transformation, and abundance. It's as if you have one foot firmly planted in your old timeline, and the other tentatively stepping into the new. This is where many get stuck, but not you, not this time. This is where your commitment is going to make all the difference. Take a moment to ask yourself, what are you still holding on to from your past? What relationships, beliefs, or even fears do you find yourself gripping, even though you know deep down they don't align with the future you want to step into? It's perfectly okay if some things still feel comfortable. After all, comfort is what we know. But here's the thing, comfort is deceptive. It's not real safety. It's the illusion of security, the familiarity of what you've always known. Real safety comes from trusting yourself, from leaning into the unknown with faith that God always has your back. The light at the end of the tunnel, a vision of hope. Imagine yourself walking through a long, lush tunnel, vibrant with blooming flowers that seem to stretch in all directions. As you move forward, the tunnel is dark, and the path ahead isn't entirely clear. But in the distance, you see a light, a warm, inviting glow filled with the promise of something greater. This light symbolizes your breakthrough, the next chapter of your life. However, it's important to remember that this journey isn't about rushing toward that light. The tunnel itself holds meaning. It's not just about reaching the destination, but about the process of moving forward, step by step, letting go of what no longer serves you along the way. As you walk, you notice a heavy backpack on your shoulders, filled with outdated beliefs, fears, and past expectations that weigh you down. Now is the time to ask yourself, what are you holding on to that's slowing your progress? Do these things truly serve who you're becoming, or are they merely remnants of a life you've outgrown? Each step is an opportunity to release that weight, to lighten your load, and align more deeply with your true self. The blessing of uncertainty. This is where the magic happens, where you meet the unknown with open arms, and where you learn that surrendering to the process doesn't mean giving up. It means stepping into flow. You see, so much of our struggle comes from our need to control, to know exactly how things will unfold. But what if you allowed yourself to trust that the universe has far better plans for you than you could ever imagine? What if the discomfort you're feeling right now is actually a divine signal that you're exactly where you need to be? As chosen ones, you're wired differently. You're not meant to walk the path most people take. Your journey has twists and turns, highs and lows, moments of clarity, followed by moments of doubt. But within this ebb and flow lies your strength. You've been equipped with the ability to navigate uncertainty in ways that others cannot. You've learned to embrace it, to trust that even in the darkest moments, there's a purpose unfolding. And right now, the universe is asking you to release your need for certainty. What you're moving toward is far beyond what you can comprehend. It's bigger, brighter, and more aligned with your highest purpose. But to fully step into it, you must be willing to let go of the reins, to surrender your fears, and to allow the universe to guide you in ways you couldn't have planned. Stepping into your season of harvest, claiming your abundance. This is your season of harvest, my dear friend. The seeds you've planted, nurtured, and tended to are ready to bloom. But here's the thing. To fully step into this new chapter of abundance, you need to release the habits, beliefs, and survival tactics that have kept you safe in the past. The version of you that fought tooth and nail to survive isn't the version of you that will thrive in this new season. You're entering a phase of receiving, of alignment with your purpose. Everything you've worked so hard for is within reach, but to claim it, you must let go of survival mode. This is a time for thriving, for living fully in the abundance that the universe has been preparing for you. You are closer to your dreams than you've ever been, and it's time to acknowledge just how far you've come. Making the choice, the power of full commitment. Now it's decision time. You can choose to hold on to the past, dragging it with you as you try to step into your future, or you can make the choice to fully commit to what's next. No more one foot in the old life and one in the new. It's time for a leap of faith. And here's the most beautiful part. No matter what, your destiny will find you. What is meant for you will never miss you, no matter how many detours you take. You are here for a reason, and nothing can take away what the universe has planned for you. Your purpose will reveal itself, and you will fulfill it in this lifetime. Stepping into your power, the final call. As we bring this message to a close, let me remind you once more, you are powerful beyond measure. You've come so far, and the only thing standing between you and your new life is the decision to fully release the old. Trust in your strength, in the process, and in the divine timing of the universe. Your breakthrough is within arm's reach. All that's left is for you to take that final step. Keep walking, keep trusting, and keep believing in yourself. The light is right there, waiting for you to step into it. You are ready. You've always been ready. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated with you, please like the video and share it with someone who might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe, and to continue your transformative journey, watch one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.